I know, it's dark, it's spooky season. I love Halloween, so we're rolling with it. Earlier, I did a video about how the Steam Deck is a nice out-of-the-box PC gaming experience, but made familiar to console players. You just download the game and you can start playing it, and that's it. That's the complete Steam Deck experience. But I'm someone who wants a little bit more, and I wanted to show you what is on my Steam Deck. More importantly, how I've customized my Steam Deck to really make it my own. The Steam Deck in itself has become such an enticing gaming platform because you can customize it however you want. Whether you want to just do a little bit of UI changes to increase the RAM if you want to. You can dual boot up Windows on there so you can run Windows games natively. That is what is so great about this thing. Remember, it's just a handheld PC at its core. But I'm not going to do all that. I'm going to do more towards what's in the beginning of my statement of messing around with the UI. I am very much about customization, but I want to make sure that I also don't break whatever I have, especially if it's more than $500. If I do end up doing any sort of hardware changes, it'll be a shell swap and then maybe expanding the internal storage on here. But I wanted to discuss hardware mods, and the star of the show is going to be Deckuloader. So if you don't know, Deckuloader is a software that you can download onto your Steam Deck through desktop mode, and it lets you install plugins that can either let you customize your Steam Deck experience or just to add features. It's super simple too. You go into desktop mode, you go into your browser, just Google up Deckuloader. There are two ways you can download. You can download through GitHub. I downloaded it through their official website, and when you download it into your folder, just click it and then it'll install for you. Make sure you choose the release option, and then you're all set to go. You go back into the regular Steam Deck gaming mode. When you go into your quick settings menu, there should be a little plugin icon, and there is where you can go into the Deckuloader shop and start downloading whatever you want. So I have 5 plugins that I use for Deckuloader. The first one I'm going to go over is the CSS loader. Now, the CSS loader gives you the ability to kind of turn the Steam Deck UI into anything that you want. 5 major things that you can customize is the color, then it's called Gradient UI. They give you a bunch of preset colors that you can choose from. A lot of simple colors, like anything from green, blue, red, pink, yellow, and then they got like darker versions of that. They have like an OLED version where it turns the entire screen like black, and then anything that you have highlighted is like a red color. And then you can customize it if you want. And I've customized mine. It's more of a mint green, kind of on theme for my, I don't know, for everything that I have. And then the next one is a no hero gradient, which just basically turns off the gradient that you have on your background image on your home screen for whatever game is highlighted. The next one is the Switch like home. Now, this is supposed to replicate how the Switch menu looks. All it does is just add more space at the top and pushes down the activity and social settings below out of sight, and it just focuses on the background image with your games below it. The next one is called Clean Game View. Now this is a little bit similar to the Switch like home. It will change the layout and emphasize the background image more and push the community and activity section down below out of sight, so the most bottom section is just the play button. And then lastly, my actual favorite one is just rounded corners. Rounded corners is really trending right now in a lot of UI designs. I have about, I think, a 10 pixel radius on here. But not only can you change looks, you can change sound. So the next plugin that we're going to talk about is the audio loader. This lets you add any sort of background music to your menu, and you can actually swap out the sound effects that Steam Deck has already on there. The music that I have set on here right now is the DSi menu music. It's just a nostalgia thing for me. And then for the sound effects, I actually have the GameCube menu sound effects. Can you tell that I'm a Nintendo fan? Now this one I think is the most popular on the plugin store, and this is the custom animation. You have 2 animations that you can change. You can change the boot up animation, which is interchangeable already through the Steam store. They are a little limiting because they do still show just the Steam Deck logo. Some of them are game themed, some are clearly not game themed. This kind of lets you add whatever you want. They have anything from like a normal, like the game Game Boy startup to just straight up like memes and jokes. Here I have about 10 animations actually that shuffle through. I have the GameCube startup, the DS startup, the 3DS startup. I have the Game Boy Advance startup. I have a specialized Pip-Boy one. I have a Mac OS chime. I have a little Howl's Moving Castle video that plays. And then the last one is the scene from Long Legs when he says,
"It seems I wore my long legs today. What happens if I..."
Oh my God. Why do I have that? And then the other animation that you can change is the suspension animation. So this is kind of like the sleep mode. And I believe the regular one is just the Steam Deck logo. And then it turns into like a little eye that blinks like it's going to sleep. I have that same one, but it's Mario saying, bye-bye. Bye-bye. I think it's from Super Mario 64 on the DS. And then the last plugin I want to talk about is the ProtonDB badges. Steam has a Steam Deck verification process for all their games. There are special badges and certifications that they give for games. So there's like a green check mark and it'll say that it's Steam Deck verified. Then there's playable, which can range from something that totally works out of the box. You just need to bring up the on-screen keyboard yourself, or you need to use a launcher for it to play, to games that will not run on the Steam Deck, like just not good at all. ProtonDB badges exist because people want to know more as to why this doesn't work or what can they do to make it work. And the ProtonDB badges actually show up on the game that you're about to play, and you can click on those badges and it takes you straight to the website to that specific game, and it'll tell you the rating and it'll tell you what needs to be done to make it run well. And then there's also community posts under it from other people who have downloaded and played the game and talks about their experience and how they got it to run nicely. There are 5 badges that are possible. The first one is Platinum, which means that it just runs out of the box. It's totally fine, works perfectly. Then the next one is Gold, which means that it's playable and it runs very well after like minor tweaks. The next one is Silver, which means it's playable, but you're gonna run into some issues. And then there's Bronze, which means that it plays, it runs, but it doesn't run well. It might crash. And then there's Forked, which just means it just doesn't work. It won't turn on, or if it does run, it crashes all the time. Just a little warning with this one is that the ProtonDB badges only show up when you have your games in your library. It won't show up on any of the stores. So if you want to check a game that you're looking to buy, you have to go on the website of ProtonDB and look it up before you buy. But I think that this is still useful for someone who might already have a PC and a Steam Deck and they want to see which games in their library actually works on their Steam Deck already. Regardless, it's free to download anyways, so it's not like that you're really risking anything if you do download it. I think it's a feature that should be kind of built in, but I don't think that ProtonDB is through Steam. But you know what is still not built into this is a recorder, like recording gameplay or anything like that.
So as I was editing this video, I actually came across that Steam Deck does have a built-in capturing program called just game recording, but it's in beta, so it's not like officially out yet, but you can use it if you want to, and it's also available for the Steam Deck.
There is a plugin that you can download. It's called Decky Recorder. Decky Recorder is like the capture features on the Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox, where if you just had a really nice moment in a video game that you want to record, or really something really funny, you can use that to record a 30-second clip. Now, what's nice about this is that you can do 30 seconds, or you can do 1 minute, or you can do 2 minutes, or you can do 5 minutes. I don't use it as much as I thought I would. I actually have never really used it. The reason why I don't use it is because it saves all the videos into a folder that you can only access through desktop mode. And what I really enjoy about other like gaming recording features is that you can kind of just stay in the software and then watch them back. Like my Nintendo Switch, any like funny Tears of the Kingdom stuff that happened to me, I can just go back and watch it, and then that's it. I can jump back into the game if I want to. This, I have to close out the game. I have to go into desktop mode, let that boot up, and then open it and watch it there. I don't find it very useful, but I do think it's a good idea if you are into content creation and if you want to use your clips for, I don't know, whatever you want. You don't need to have any sort of video game capture device for it. It's kind of just built into the system like that. But the one thing I'm going to say is I'm kind of shocked that this is not a feature already. It is so popular that even the Nintendo Switch has it. So just a little mind-boggling. So those are all the plugins that I use on my Steam Deck. Now, there are a bunch of more plugins that you can download yourself and take a look at. This is not required at all for the full Steam Deck experience. Your full Steam Deck experience starts and ends when you open it up and start playing with it. That's it. This is just something nice that lets you customize your Steam Deck without really breaking any of the software. I would highly recommend installing DeckyLoader and just checking out all the different plugins that you can find on the store. Let me know which ones that you guys want to download or which ones that you already use and are your favorite and what you might find useful for me to use. But that is all I want to share with you guys today. So have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.